All right, so this is another video in the whole drop in the truck thing. We're going to relocate the knock sensors. The Gen 4s had them on the heads or on the block, and the Gen 3s or 2s, they're underneath this damn intake manifold. And we have it sealed up perfect. I don't want to bust the seal, and I don't want to have to change the knock sensors again and have to take the intake off. So we're going to relocate them with this wire. So this wire plugs into the original harness and splits, y'all can see, and comes down, and you relocate with new knock sensors on the heads. How much was that, bro?
The wire was about $25, and the brackets from ICT were $75.
Not sponsored.
Not sponsored.
Not sponsored. Trying to get sponsored. That's all I want to sponsor. But not sponsored, but we're gonna get a headache out of our hair and be able to change the knock sensors more easily than take the intake off. Now we're going to come off the back here. Now get out of the side. So off the back side, right here, is the O2 sensor. You ain't even gotta take that off, dude. It's right here. There's a knock sensor plug. We're gonna clip into this and run the wires down underneath both sides. And since we're changing the power steering pump and the power steering rack at the moment, and it's gonna go up in the air, now's the perfect time to put the new knock sensors in. It's just that simple. You just plug it on in.
That's it. And then
does it matter what bank is what?
I don't think it does.
Well, there's the blue one and there's a green one.
Yeah, well, the instructions are on the not sponsored.
Not sponsored. Upon further review, dark blue is bank 1 and green is bank 2. So we're going to throw bank 1 on the driver's side, which is dark blue, and green on the passenger side, which is bank 2. And these are the billet brackets that relocate the knock sensors. Go ahead and go throw them on. So yeah, we're changing the power steering rack and the power steering pump. We didn't think that was something that we really needed a video. I'm sure there's plenty of people that have repair videos done on the truck. We're just kind of doing the custom stuff. So we're going to run the dark blue.
Yeah, guess what? Look what colors.
Yeah, but here, there's a blue and there's a green. No.
Oh.
Back here, there's a blue and a green.
Twisted. Blue and a white. Or blue. Dark blue and light blue. So dark blue is right here. So this is bank 1.
Yep.
Driver's side. This will be bank 2. Okay. Let's go.
And we're going to shove it down back behind the head and run it alongside the transmission. So, yeah. There's just no good way to film this.
Nope.
But once we get it in the air, we can give y'all a better look at what's going on behind everything. All right, going up. And then grab a screw jack just to make sure it don't fall on us while we're beating and banging. Right there. Bullshit. Racked up. Got the kid over there building me a welding cart so I can stop having to haul my welding machine all over the place. The New Year's resolution this year was get organized because I got stuff all over the place and you just can't work like that efficiently. So we're trying to get the shop cleaned up and get it more presentable. Trying to take the YouTube thing a little more seriously. So if you could like and subscribe and kind of check out all my content, my playlist on my channel, I really appreciate that. So let's go ahead and change the steering rack. It's not really a steering rack video, but we're going to do not O2 sensors. I keep saying O2 sensors. Knock sensors. We're going to do the knock sensor relocation. So we got the wires hanging under here. I can click a light on. It's daytime. There we go. So we got the wires running down the sides of the transmission.
In the front, we have a hole up here that's already drilled and tapped in the block.
Yeah, so while the while the power steering pump is out, we're going to go ahead and drop this rack and get it out the way. Then we're going to do the knock sensors.
And then here, bolts from this side.
All right, so I'm going to go ahead and try to zoom this in. Right here is your threaded hole right above the oil pan for your bank 1 sensor. And then there's this aluminum bracket, this billet bracket with this bolt. Masta P gonna stick up in there. While he tightens that, I'm gonna show y'all. This bracket, it mounts to the block and gives you multiple ports to put the knock sensor in. So, pretty cool deal. And hopefully we won't have to pull an intake off ever again if we have a knock sensor code.
Ever again.
So it looks like this installed. Nice and flush and on there.
This one is a little trickier.
And like I figured, well, we had a power steering rack out. It'd be easy to shoot a video to show y'all how to do this. The power steering rack's pretty much self-explanatory. But this one, got the transmission lines and all that are run on this side, so it's a little tighter. A lot tighter. A little light on the subject.
Just like that.
Get the bolt started.
Well, you know what?
Man, this side was way tighter, but the block is in there. The problem is getting a wrench in between the motor mount and the block. But now that the block is in, you can screw in the knock sensor and any one of those ports that's open. Same thing on the driver's side. You got a lot more room over here with the power steering rack out of the way and the pump off, but that's gonna make it easier to put the knock sensors on with. So, knock sensor time, run the wires down, secure them so they don't hit the exhaust pipe, and then we're putting the steering rack back in. All right, so we went and got the first knock sensor installed here. You can actually get your hand on it pretty easily. Kudos to ICT for putting multiple holes to put things in easier places. And we're gonna go put the driver's side in, or bank 1. And that block, you know, it's harmonics. So go right in the front, just like you did the other side.
You don't think the power steering pump's gonna hit?
No, I don't think so.
We're gonna find out, won't we?
Sure will. Yeah, we're putting all this back together with the power steering pump out and the steering rack out. But we figured it'd be easier to get this in with all that out. Or just take the whole body off like you do a diesel, you know?
And no.
Well, that was freaking easy.
That's what they all say.
Yeah. And then we got the wires run under the truck.
We're gonna zip tie it.
We're gonna zip them up closer to the block and keep them away from the manifolds.
Zip tie that one up right there.
Yep. And then the other side.
That's all the way in front. I get those snapped on.
Cool. All right. Yeah, I see it. Let's snap those on. So now we have a Gen 4 style knock sensor system on a Gen 3 engine.
And hopefully we'll not throw 0332 and a 0337, I believe, are the codes for the knock sensors. So hoping all this solves all those problems and I get my power back.
Without having to take off the intake again. So yeah, he was actually under wide open throttle, only pulling like 5 degrees positive timing and idling around at positive 40 degrees timing. So hopefully this will get the computer to get its timing put back on. We'll throw the HP tuner on it and make sure it's all running correctly. So that's it. We're gonna do for the O2 sensor relocation kit. Thanks for watching Modified. Check out my channel, check out my playlist, leave me a like and a subscribe. Catch y'all next week.